Just a few days ago, the president of CNN, Jeff Zucker, not to be confused with Mark Zuckerberg, went into an interview with Vanity, and he said that organizations like Buzzfeed and Vice are not legitimate news organizations and should not be treated as such. Now, here's exactly what he said about them. I don't think Vice and Buzzfeed are legitimate news organizations. They are naive advertising shops. We crush both of them. They're not even in our same class. Well, I'm going to have to agree with him there. I mean, BuzzFeed and Vice are both very, very sketchy when it comes to whether or not something is actually news and the way that they portray that news, especially Vice when it comes to the DPRK. But there's something important about why he said this. Smaller independent media has been taking off ever since the internet has become more common for everyday people. Smaller independent news things like the Young Turks, David Pakman, and other such entities, including myself, have taken off because of a general mistrust that people have towards the mainstream media. The whole rise of RT has been as a result of the lack of trust that people have for mainstream media, because they're covering the stories that other people aren't covering. They're saying the things, they're talking about the news that people want to hear about, but they're not covering. For example, the 9/11 Commission. Recently, the pages that were censored originally have been released to the public. And WikiLeaks and the Clinton emails, something that's largely being ignored by the mainstream media, is getting coverage by these smaller organizations. And what he's basically expressing is his anger towards someone or organizations being against the mainstream status quo that he represents and that he makes his money off of. The rise of independent media like myself and other people are a symbol of the resistance to the standard practices of the mainstream media, not exactly telling the truth, but more a lack of truth by omission. Thank you for watching. Want to go ahead, rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media. And if you want, you can head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you could head over to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available.